Hey guys, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this little cute chicken.
It's the Fuego twins.
Okay, for this tutorial you're going to need some yarn, and the yarn colors you'll need are white or brown or whatever color you want your chicken to be. You're going to need some yellow or orange yarn to make the beak and feet, some red yarn to make your comb, and you can either use safety eyes or you can sew on your eyes with some black yarn. The next thing you're going to need is a darning needle, which is to sew in your eyes, or if you have safety eyes, you still need to sew together the parts. You're also going to need some crochet hooks to crochet. So I'm going to use a 3.5mm hook and a 2.5mm hook, but you're going to need 2 crochet hooks, and your main one is going to be the main one that you use for like everything, except your 2.5 one is going to be for your feet. So if you are going to use a crochet hook, like 5mm hook, then you can use a 4.5mm hook. And you're also going to need scissors to cut your yarn. You're going to need some stuffing. Maybe you could buy stuffing online, and you also, this is optional, but you can use a stitch marker. It just makes it easier to count your stitches. So with all those things, let's get started into making this adorable chicken. Okay, so we're going to be starting with making the little body, and we're going to be using our white yarn, brown yarn, or whatever color you want for your chicken, and we're just going to make a magic circle or magic ring or magic loop, or you can do a chain 2 method, but I'm not going to go into really detailed instructions. But if you want a more detailed video on how to crochet, then you can check out how to crochet a cute tomato, and you can just check out that video because it's more detailed than this one. This one's a little bit more for more like for amateurs, not to be rude, but it's like my tomato one is for beginners. So if you want to check that out, then you can check that out. Totally check that out. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe and check out my other crochet videos. So we're just gonna make a magic ring, make an X, go under, catch that, twist, yarn over and pull through. So then we have our little magic circle, and then I'm just going to put that tighter a little bit. So now we're going to do 6 single crochet into the magic circle or the magic ring. So I'm just going to do
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one 6.
So then we're just going to take our tail end and pull it tighter. Pull this tighter so it's nice and snug on the hook. So then we're just going to go into this next V. Just going to go under those 2 loops. It's kind of like the toughest one. So we're just going to go through that loop, and then we're going to yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to have 2 loops on a hook, and we're going to be working in a round, in like continuous round. So we're not going to slip stitch, and we're just going to yarn over and pull through. So then we made a single crochet, we're going to the same stitch, and we're going to single crochet again, and then catch the yarn, pull through. This would be a perfect time to put in your stitch marker, and I'm going to put it 1, 2 because I just single crocheted into that same stitch twice. So I'm just going to pop it back into the loop, tighten it up, and now we are going to do increases all around. So let's just do that. And the last one. So now we should have 12 stitches, so you can count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So then just gonna, so now we finished our second round, and we're just gonna take out our stitch marker, and then we're going to do single crochet increase. So just go into that first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to take our stitch marker and put it back in, but we're not going to count 2 away. We're just going to go to that one right next to that loop, and then we're going to pop our hook back on, and then we're going to do single crochet increase all around.
Single crochet increase, single crochet increase, single crochet increase, single crochet increase, single crochet increase
until we get to the last stitch. So I'll meet you back when I get there. and then go back into that stitch and yarn over, pull through. So now we have 18 stitches. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
So we should end with 18 stitches at this round. So just take out that stitch marker. Now we're gonna be doing single crochet all around for 3 rounds. So I'll meet you back when we get there. And again, we're still gonna have 18 stitches all around. One more stitch, and now I finished 3 rounds of single crochet all around. So it's gonna kind of look like a mountain or a hill, kind of, and it's gonna be curving at the sides. The next thing we're gonna do is that we're going to do a single crochet, increase all around until the end of the round. So we're gonna have 24 stitches at the end of that round. My single crochet to put in my stitch marker. So then I'm going to do another single crochet and then an increase in the next stitch. So then we have our stitches. So we're just going to do single crochet, increase all around until the end of the round. So now I've just done single crochet, increase all around. So you should have 24 stitches all around. So now I'm just gonna take my stitch marker out and then single crochet into the next stitch, put my stitch marker back in, and we're gonna single crochet all around for 2 rounds until round 8. So I'm just gonna meet you back there once I've single crocheted 2 rounds. Then 24. So now I have my chicken, and now we're going to start decreasing and we're going to be doing single crochet, decrease all around. So then we have 18 stitches. So just take out your stitch marker, single crochet into that stitch. We're just going to put our stitch marker back into that stitch, and then we're going to do single crochet, decrease all around. And we're going to be doing an invisible decrease, which is just going into the front 2 loops. So just go into the front loop, and then the front loop, and the next one. So we have 3 stitches, or 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. So we have 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through. So we have just done a decrease, invisible decrease. But if you want to do a single crochet 2 together, that might be easier, but invisible decreases just will look better, and I don't know if single crochet 2 together will work, so you can try that if you want, but I'm just going to be doing single crochet, invisible decrease. So just keep on doing that all around. Now I've just finished that. So then I have my little chicken body trying to curve downward, so then it's going to make the little curve for the chicken. And then we're going to assemble like the face on, the beak, and the comb. So I'll get to you in a moment. So just get ready with your red yarn and your yellow yarn or orange yarn, and we're going to crochet those. We're going to take our red yarn now to make the comb, and we're just going to do a slip knot, which is just going to make a loop like that, fold it on to the yarn and pull that out so you have a slip knot, put it on your hook, tighten it with the yarn from the ball. We're going to chain 7, so we're just going to do yarn over
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And then we're going to do a single crochet into the next 2 stitches away from the hook. So we're just going to skip that stitch right next to the hook, and we're going to go into the next chain and yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, which is basically a single crochet. So we're just going to do that again, single crochet. So we're going to do 2 single crochets, and then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and go from the second chain from the hook and single crochet into that one. Then we're going to into the next chain from here. So we're just going to go into here, yarn over, pull through, and then slip stitch. And then we're just going to single crochet into the next two. So 1, 2, and then just gonna slip stitch into that last one. If you have a last chain, I don't know if you don't, but just slip stitch into that last chain. And then we're gonna have our little comb. And then you can just take your scissors and then just cut some yarn for sewing. And then pull this all the way out. So then we have our comb for our little chicken. So then just set that aside, and now we're gonna make the beak. We're gonna be making the beak now. And to make the beak, we're just gonna make a slip stitch again. You can just do the same way we did for the comb. And then we're just gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna go from the second chain from the hook and do a double crochet. So just yarn over and then go into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and then we're just gonna go through the 2 loops in the middle. And then we're gonna have 2 loops again, yarn over, pull through those stitches, or those loops, pull some more yarn out. So then we're gonna, next we're going to do a single crochet, and then we're going to, at the last stitch, we're gonna slip stitch into there, yarn over, pull through, slip stitch, and then there's gonna be this like really, it's gonna be like a U shape, so then we're just gonna turn it like this, and then we're gonna go into that like kind of like hole here. We're gonna go into there, yarn over, pull through, and then slip stitch for a cleaner look. And then you can just slip stitch into here, which is the bottom of the second single crochet, yarn over, pull through, and then slip stitch. So then we're just gonna cut our yarn, cut a reasonable amount to sew on, pull through, and we have our beak. So now we're gonna crochet our feet. So we're just gonna make a magic circle, make an X under and over, yarn over, pull through. So now we're gonna have our magic circle, and then we're going to single crochet 6 times into this magic circle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And by the way, we're gonna be using our other hook. So I used a 3.5mm hook for everything else, but I'm gonna use one size lower, which is the 2.5. Then we're just gonna cinch that hole closed, and then we're gonna slip stitch into the next stitch here, yarn over. That's hardly any yarn. Okay, then slip stitch. Then we're gonna chain 3.
So 1, 2, 3.
And slip stitch from the second chain from the hook, and then do that to the next chain, and then slip stitch on the single crochet that we've made in the magic circle. And then we're just gonna do that twice. And then once you're on your last one, you should have 3 little claws. And then we're gonna slip stitch into the next one, and then you're done. So then you have your little chicken feet, and then you can just cut out a reasonable amount of yarn, and then pull, and then we're gonna make one more of that. So I'll get back to you when I've done that. So now we're going to be sewing on the beak. You're not gonna need these feet until the end, and we're gonna make the wings at the end. So then we're gonna take our comb, take our long end, and put it on our needle. And then we're going to put the comb where we want it to be. So I'm gonna put it here. So then I'm just gonna put it flat so it's easier to sew it on to the head first. And then I'm going to poke it right where it is. So then it's gonna be like kind of placed there. So then it's gonna be like that when I sew it on. So then I'm just gonna, so I went in, so I'm gonna go out near the comb. So then I'm going to kind of like go through one of the stitches that we've made, pull through, and then we're going to go back into that same stitch we came out of. And then we're basically going to keep on repeating that. So go out from somewhere, like here. Go through one of the stitches. And then go back into that same stitch that we came out of. And then just do that until you've gone to the end of your comb. I've gone all the way across to put on my little comb, and then just gonna pull that off, and then you could just stuff this or you can cut it. Just leave that somewhere as yarn scraps for filling it. And then we're going to take the tail end, and I'm just gonna stab it somewhere near it, like here, like right next to it, so then it doesn't seem so obvious. And then I'm going to put this through the needle, and then just pull the needle then. So then out comes the tail end, and then you can just pull that for it to be tight and not come out. So then you can just stuff that up, and then you have attached your comb. And now we're going to attach the beak, which is going to be, and the beak is going to be at the beginning of round 4, so just count from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is where we're going to start adding our beak. So take your beak, to make it easier, you can just put it on your needle, and then we're just going to insert it where we want our beak to be. So I want my beak to be here. Then if I take it out, then I have like placed where I want my beak to be. So it's going to be there. Take my needle and put it on. Of course you don't have to put it exactly where I put it, but if you want to follow how I did it, then you can do it like this. Then you're going to go into, take your long end and put it into a stitch near it, and then pull it out, and then go back up near it, like here, like where I came out of. Just gonna pull that. And then we're gonna go into one of these stitches on the beak, like that. Go into that next stitch downwards though, so then it's like going up and down. And then we're gonna go down into any stitch near it, trying to hide our stitches. So then we're just gonna keep on doing that. I'll meet you back when I've done that. So now I'm going to attach the eyes, which is just going to be black yarn, or you can attach safety eyes, but these are going to be at the beginning of round 4. So just cut off some yarn for the eyes, put it on your needle, and then we're going to do it one stitch. And then we're just going to do it one away from the beak, so just do 1. And then we're going to go into the second stitch, so 1 stitch away. And then we're going to pull it and then hold that. Go 1 stitch down, so you have a little line, and then you just go back to that stitch. And then go down, and then like move it to make the eye thicker, because you want a thick eye. So then it will look nice and full. And then do that on the other side. So now I have my eyes put in. You can put cheeks if you want. You can use like pink and then like just like sew it like that to make cheeks if you want, but I'm not going to put cheeks on mine. And then I'm just going to keep crocheting. So take your hook, your 3 millimeter hook, or like whatever size hook you're using. And let's get back to crocheting, and we're gonna single crochet, decrease all around. So just single crochet into that first stitch to put in your stitch marker. So then we're just gonna pull through, put our stitch marker in, and then we're just gonna do single crochet, decrease all around, and have then we're gonna have 12 stitches all around. So,
And 12.
so then we have now 12 stitches all around, and this would be a good time to fill your chicken up.
So just stuff in. So you can just take out your stitch marker.
And put it through your loop, so then it's easier, and then pull, so then it just like stays there and not a big loop. And just finished stuffing my chicken up, so now I'm just gonna open this up, put my hook through back through it, and then we're just gonna decrease all around 6 times until we have 6 stitches. So go through the front loops immediately, and then just do that 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then my last one, my last decrease, 6. So now we've just finished making our chicken body. Pull through and then cut off some yarn. Not too much. We don't need that much because we're just gonna sew the bottom together. Just put that on your needle. And then we're just gonna cross like that. And then we're just gonna keep on crisscrossing, or however you want to close it, until it's closed up. And then we're just gonna hide our yarn anywhere. And then just poke it in the middle or something, and then just push it somewhere out. And then we have our little chicken body. So now we're going to make the wings, and the wings are just going to be a magic ring. So make your magic ring. And then we're going to do 6 single crochet into the magic circle. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
and then we have to pull it, and then we're going to then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to increase in 5 stitches. So we're going to go into that first stitch and increase
3, 4, and the last one, 5.
Now we're going to slip stitch 3 times. So we're just going to slip stitch here.
And the first one, 1, 2, and then the last one, 3.
So now we have our wing. Then we're going to pull through, take our scissors, cut off some yarn for sewing, pull that through, and then we're going to make another wing for our chicken. So I'll get back to you when I've done that. Okay, now we're going to be attaching the wings on now. So just take one of your wings, and then we're going to sew this, so then it's going to be knotted. So just go into a stitch, put it through this yarn, and then pull that through, and then just go back into that same stitch like that. So then we're kind of like knotting it. Just like do that like how many times you want, and then like the more you do that, the more secure it will be. And then you can just do that, and then just do it maybe twice, and then you can put it in, pull through, but make sure to leave a loop. So then you're going to take your crochet hook. This is kind of like a trick I learned by myself. And then you're going to put it through that loop, and then you can catch the tail yarn, and then you can just pull through the ends of it and then pull it. So then you have a little knot. So then it's makes life a little bit easier when trying to do that. And then you have knotted your wing. So then you're going to take your darning needle, put it through your needle, and then gonna start at round 6. So I'm just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is round 6, and I'm just gonna position where I want them to be. So I'm gonna go into that stitch because it's like right next to it, and then I'm gonna come out of the stitch next to it, and then I'm going to go up to one of these stitches, the slip stitches that we made. So then this is a little bit, makes it easier to sew on the wing, and then go into the next stitch like this, and then just sew that on down, and then just keep doing that until you've sewn on your wing, but only do it on the tops of it because you don't want to have like a wing that's just flat and you can't do anything with it. So then now I've finished sewing my arm, so then I'm just gonna put it anywhere in the back or something. Just gonna have that yarn there, and then I'm going to cut that yarn really close so then it's lost inside. So now you have your little wing on. I know that he looks kind of derpy and wonky and it's not centered, but he's mine, so too bad. And then I'm just going to do that with the other wing and make it symmetrical, so I'll meet you back when I've done that. Now I'm going to be sewing on the feet, and to sew on the tail, just do it the same way that we did with the wings, and then we're just going to take the long end, put it on our needle, and then we're going to put them on round 9 or 11, I mean, sorry. Just poke it somewhere near here, or you can just position the feet wherever you want, because I'm just going to be showing the claws only, like the little feet poking out, not really the circle part, but you can adjust it so then you can have the circle part shown, but I don't really want to show the circle part, so I'm just going to sew it so you can only see the feet, and then just keep sewing that, going on to the body and then coming out of the body like that, and then going in to the feet, down, back into feet, and then go into the like the body skin, I don't know, and then just keep doing that with everything, and then you'll be done with your chicken. So I'll be back to you once I've done all that. So this is the chicken I've done, and he is looking pretty cute if I do say so myself. And that's the end of this tutorial, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And hit the notification bell to get notified every time we get a new video. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.